XRP Future Millionaire. It's 10:57 a.m. on the East Coast. We got to get over a few things we got to talk about. Julie's in getting her cash on, so I want to talk. So XRP falls 14% in a route. We're going to read through this, go over some technicals, and get to the intro. But I want to talk to you guys about who is the XRP Future Millionaire? Why am I here? How did I get here? And where did I come from? I get this question a lot. The most important thing with XRP Future Millionaire is that back when I was 23 years old, December 18th, 2006, the day after my 23rd birthday, going to pick up my cousin, I bought him a Christmas present to go up to Grand Valley University, and we were going to go watch a concert up on the campus. And I worked a double shift, went home, slept a little bit, and it was like 12 o'clock. Driving 3 miles up the road to his house. Guy gets impatient, the lane merges, go through a light, and I have no chance. He smushes me in between two cars, and I break my back. Well, from the time I was younger, at that time I had a 770 credit score. I was 23. I had been working in a sprinkler company, and my dad owned it, and things were going good. I was in school. I was one semester away from graduating from college, and it all changed. So going from the doctors telling me I'll never be able to walk again without a cane and yada, yada, yada. You fast forward a few years, I went through several years of physical therapy, trying to walk again, stood up on my own 2 feet for the first time without a cane after like 2 years, went through shock therapy to burn off nerve endings, yada, yada, yada. My point is we get trapped. After that, I had no way. I hadn't worked for years. I was in debt. My credit score went down to 455. The government doesn't care. Disability is non-existent. And it's a trap. So you start working. I went back to work. I started burying underground cable lines, working for a friend of mine. Completely against what I should have been doing, but I had to pay the bills. Slowly but surely worked my way out of debt. It took years. And I felt trapped. I'm sitting there and I'm like, what am I going to do? I can't do this. My back is killing me. I'm falling apart. Bills are stacking up. Credit stacking up. Had no money in the bank. Credit cards probably had about 10 grand. No assets. No metals in my portfolio. Nothing. Finally, I started going on Twitch. Said, I know I can do something online. I started teaching myself the technical analysis. Every waking moment I had outside of burying cables, I was trying to perfect my craft. Found my way into YouTube after Julie's accident. Taught myself the technical analysis day by day. It took several years. Got into here. Slowly started building a following. And a year later, almost 10 months, I finally feel like I have something. Have a community. Have 170 members, part of the army. I used to feel trapped in my car because I had such bad PTSD. And I'm driving from house to house to house to house for 8 to 10 to 12 to 16 hours a day trying to bury cable lines. The emotional strain that I was dealing with was far worse than anything my body was feeling because I was so nervous driving from spot to spot. Been in major car accidents, none my fault, but still, it doesn't make it any better. So, I started trying to perfect my craft. I started to try to be independent. I started to try to be self-sufficient to where I didn't have to go to a 9-to-5 job. I didn't have to get up, deal with traffic, deal with the rush hour, deal with the boss, deal with my pain. So I started doing this on YouTube. A lot of people ask me, Tom, what's your biggest motivation? Why do you keep coming on here? I'm self-driven, and I never want to go back to that life. I never want to go back to burying cable lines. I never want to go back to working for somebody else, sitting at a desk job. I used to also be a personal trainer. I don't want to do that anymore. I want to stay home. I want to educate people through the charts, on YouTube, through my Telegram, and through the classes I teach. It took me a very long time to get to this point. I'm 38 years old now. 15 years ago when I broke my back, if I said I'd be here right now, I'd have said you're fucking nuts. All that stuff I told you about was back in when I had no money, no assets, no commodities, no nothing, no metals, no savings, nothing. That was back in 2000. It's 2022 now. You're talking 2020. February of 2020 when Julie got in her accident. We were fucked. I started to do things slowly but surely. And here we are today, approximately $30,000 almost in commodities, physical bullion that I possess. I've got $5,000 in crypto. I've got, $5,000 in commodity. There's a whole bunch of stuff stacking. Starting to do this right. Starting to do this with the hard work. My point to all of you is you're not trapped. If you can find a craft you're good at, If you've got 1 hour, 2 hours a day that you're not working, you try to perfect that shit to the bone until it starts to take over, where you start to make an income like I am on YouTube. It starts to transform to where you're doing more on YouTube than doing your normal job, until finally the normal job ceases to exist and this is the way of life. Then you expand it into something within your craft and you start to expand your own professionalism, your own personal brand. And that's what I'm doing through classes, through YouTube. And now it's finding where I can make a living off of this. I'm starting to be able to make a living. I'm trying to take it to the next step. And it's important for each and every one of you to understand my goals, my commitment, and my dedication to each one and every one of you. There's no point in me building a FUD station because I don't like FUD. I like reality, I like truth, and I like to keep people with goals and keep you in the right spot. Never say never. Crypto, the ISO coins will single-handedly, by 2025, get you out of your 9-to-5 job. You've just got to dedicate to this craft as much as I do to each and every one of you. You've got to pay attention to the charts. You've got to pay attention to the news. You've got to pay attention to the SEC and the Fed. You've got to pay attention to the housing markets and the finances and the interest rates and everything. You've got to pay attention to it as a whole. We're going to play the intro, hit that like button, but I hope this helps explain a little bit better of who I am and why I do what I do and why you should never lose hope. I was a 1 in a million. Besides that, I can only see out of one eye. I have keratoconus, an eye disease I was born with. The thinning of the cornea, I have a big scar over my left eye. I can't see shit. So the odds became even more limited. I'm 38, I don't even drive. I have a car, never renewed my license in 2021 because I can't see good enough to where my depth perception is good enough on the road where I feel safe. Don't ever let anybody tell you can't do something. Do you know how many times I was told I'm a fucking moron for doing this YouTube or going to work and burying underground cable lines? The point is I put myself back out there. For 5 years I did that on a broken back. It gave me that determination. It gave me that feeling of I can do whatever I need to do despite what everybody else says. And here I am on YouTube. Everybody said that I could never do it. Everybody said I couldn't read the charts. Everybody said yada, yada, yada. My point is, as humans, we can defy the odds. And I expect each and every one of you to give it your all. And if you do, we're going to be very wealthy come 2023, especially 2025. Hit that like button. XRP Future Millionaire. Welcome back, everybody. Let's read this. XRP falls 14% in a rout. I thank you for listening. I hope that gives you a better understanding of who I am and why I do what I do and why I'm here all the time and so dedicated. So, XRP was trading at 71,549 by 22:35 GMT on the investing.com index on Wednesday, down 13.77% on the day. It was the largest one-day percentage loss since September 7, 2021. The move downwards pushed XRP market cap from 35.97 billion or 1.75% of the total cryptocurrency market cap. At the highest, XRP's market cap was 83.44 billion. XRP had traded in a range from 71 to 83.6 in the previous 24 hours. Over the past 7 days, XRP has dropped in value as it lost 9.3%. The volume of XRP traded in the 24 hours. The time of writing was 1.76815 billion or 1.75% of the total volume of cryptocurrencies. That is traded in a range of 71.55 to 86.38 in the past 7 days. At the current price, XRP still is down 78.25% from its all-time high at 329 set on January 4th, 2018. Bitcoin was last at 42,553.40 on the investing.com index, down 7.81% on the day. Ethereum 3427 was down 10.19%. Bitcoin's market cap 815.9017% or billion or 39.73% of the total cryptocurrency market cap, while Ethereum's 415.74 billion or 20.24% of the total crypto market cap value. So, just wanted to read that real quick, and now let's just look at XRP, and then I'll let you guys go. I know this has been a different style update, but I get a lot of questions all the time. So now we're under the 43,000 support. We've got 42,499. If we fall through that, we know we're coming to 41,979. There's a possibility of 39.5 or 38,056 on a bearish continuation pattern, so don't forget that. XRP. We've got support, 75 cents, resistance, 803. Got a chance to come up to about 83 cents to finish off that, not 80. About 805. We can move this up just a tiny bit to be a little more transparent. But 81 cents basically on the 30-minute time frame of the 200-day. 75 cent support, 81 cent resistance. We throw through 75 cents. We've got 57 cents. But we've also got a little hanging point at about 70.707 and 66.65 cents. Stay blessed, everybody. Hit that like button. And again, it's a pleasure and honor and a privilege to lead you in this battle of the ISO into 2023. And also in the fight to become the foremost trusted technical analysis and news analyst when it comes to cryptocurrencies on YouTube.